What university is really like. Chapter 1. The North-South Divide. So, the UK has a few districts, right? Wrong. There's a North and there's a South. I suppose there's also Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland too. Either way, the Midlands don't exist. If you live above this line, you're in the North. Below it, you're in the South, unfortunately. Here and here, you're typically liked by everyone, so God bless, don't worry. You'll enter countless arguments about which piece of land is better, but the argument you'll have the most is about a piece of bread. There are more names for this salty cake than hours in a day, so I suggest you either stay out of these arguments or crusade round town giving a speech about why what you call it is better than what others call it. There's no avoiding it. Once you're in this debate, you can't leave without surrendering or winning, but no one ever wins. Chapter 2. Freshers. No matter how organised you are, you will forget something. You will also take a lot of useless crap. That pen holder that Auntie Deborah gave you will never see the pen it was supposed to hold, so don't bring it. During freshers, everyone is scurrying around like ants trying to make friends. Join them in this search for people you like. However, you will meet a lot of people during freshers, and a month down the line, you'll probably ignore most of them because they're not your mates, you don't like them. So don't feel bad. You'll end up ill, there's no doubt. Due to the massive amount of drinking you'll be doing and the mixture of people, you'll feel like death. I just accepted this feeling as a new normal state of health as the year continued. You'll end up learning so many different drinking games, you might as well just get a degree in it. Obviously, you're going to make lots of friends, but your liver will definitely not be one of those. Chapter 3. University work. It always seems like you're busy in university, but not busy doing university work. It may be because you're spending most of your day spending your student loans on clothes, binge watching Breaking Bad for the 10th time, or just regretting going out last night. Those rare times where you do some work, you do feel like a god, so try and do some. However, flatmates often don't let you concentrate. It's probably the hardest thing ever to concentrate when your flatmate is constantly gaming online and shouting verbal abuse at kids until 5 in the morning. Chapter 4. Money. Students are notorious for being skint. In fact, there's been so many times I've contemplated stealing toilet roll from work just to save money. However, I never actually stooped that low. Luckily, the world recognises our poverty and offers discounts on most things. You'll start throwing food together like you're new to human food. Eggs and peanut butter? Yeah. Tuna and beans? Yeah. Anything to save money. In fact, I stumbled across an amazing sandwich from doing this. Peanut butter and chocolate spread. Try it out, it's ace. Chapter 5. Weekends suck. Weekends are usually amazing, right? Well, most of the time they're terrible in university. This is down to a few things. Not many students go out at the weekend. This is purely because it's expensive and you can't beat 90p drinks during the week. Also, if you were to go out at the weekend, you'll be with real adults and no one really wants that. Where's the fun in that? I doubt they will help you get on the bus with a traffic cone on your head. If you have a part-time job, you'll be working the weekends as well usually. I mean, this was pretty cool though because it stopped me spending all my money on the weekends and I live for the week. Chapter 6. Going home. So another year at uni passes and you have to go home. It's been an amazing year, but now you're back in your hometown living with your parents, which is pretty bad. Mum and dad, if you're watching this, God bless, love you really. Free food and washing is pretty cool. However, you start to realise how shite your hometown is and you end up counting down the days until you go back. At the end of the day, you need to enjoy your life at university and it's definitely worth the small fortune you have to pay to go. But on a side note, last week I was having a few drinks on my own at the pub, but I had a few too many, you see. Anyway, I stumbled home and I was greeted by my wife who laughed at me and said, "You're so drunk." And I stated I wasn't. She said, "I bet you can't even tell the time." So I pointed towards the clock and said, "I am not drunk." Hey, thanks for watching. If you've got any spare time, why don't you check out my social media? And if you're feeling really generous, you could even support me on Patreon. But if you do have any extra spare time, other than browsing my social media and supporting me on Patreon, check out my video about do fish get thirsty? Because that's a pretty interesting question and I answer it in a pretty interesting way. Well, I don't really, I just answer it like I answered this one. Anyway, have a nice day.